we're at the point of the operation now where I don't think there's too much we haven't seen.
At a 5-star hotel in Sydney's CBD, police, military and hotel staff form Australia's first line of defence against potential new cases of COVID-19.
Anyone who's coming off this bus is obviously suspected of or could be a positive case. There's no testing before they land here, so we treat them as such.
Let me just give you a quick tour of the bedroom.
Once inside their room, guests like Simon Lee at the Marriott endure 14 days of forced isolation.
I've got lovely views of Sydney Harbour. The only problem is that you can't leave the room and you don't get any fresh air.
The 50-year-old flew home from London after his brother suffered a stroke.
So I obviously had to come back, and now I've had to quarantine and haven't been able to even see him.
What's your visa status?
Permanent resident.
The process is strict and uncompromising, a fact police who run hotel quarantine in New South Wales make no apologies for.
Without hotel quarantine, there would be many, many more infections in the community. And it might have been because of Ruby Princess experience that we really ramped that up nice and early. But from the 29th of March, we've been into the swing of quarantine, and I believe that saved many, many lives.
Sydney's quarantine hotels have housed 60,000 people during the past 6 months.
We're really trying very hard to keep them occupied in a 45 square metre room. It's not easy.
730 has been given exclusive access inside the operation, which spans 17 hotels 24 hours a day.
Okay, good morning everyone. Currently we have 400 rooms, 460 guests, and that's full team today at 21 guards.
Plenty of PPE on site for any issues as we go.
Okay, fantastic. Enjoy your day everyone. Thank you.
You too. Thank you. Sydney takes in the majority of Australians returning from overseas after Melbourne's hotel quarantine program was shut down in July. But the system here hasn't been without its own problems.
All guests at the hotel we're expecting will be moved over the course of the next 2 to 3 hours. So from this point on,
Last month, police had to move more than 350 guests from the Travel Lodge into other hotels after complaints about cleaning.
That decision was not made lightly, and I think that was the right call at the time.
But the most alarming event so far has been the infection of 2 private security guards at the Marriott Hotel. A month on, just how it happened remains a mystery.
The security guard incident, that has been the subject of a significant investigation. And trying to track that virus has been extremely difficult.
With no answers, New South Wales Health made 13 recommendations to police to ramp up cleaning practices, infection control and audits at every hotel.
The chance of infection when the protocols are followed is extremely reduced. And so I say there's no luck to it. I say it's about oversight and compliance.
Confusion over who was in charge has emerged as a key issue at the heart of Melbourne's botched hotel quarantine program. An inquiry into what went wrong has heard not even senior health figures always knew. In an email exchange in May, a director of emergency management wrote, "This operation was being managed out of a range of sites with no clear operational structure. And I am not sure who you would say was in charge at that point." Some of the state's most powerful decision makers are giving evidence this week.
Well-trained, well-supervised private security in this type of role would have been efficient and effective.
The decision to deploy private security instead of police and ADF is also being examined after security companies used subcontractors.
Morning, how you going? Security licensing, New South Wales Police.
Subcontracting is not allowed in New South Wales.
So we're just here to check some of your incident registers or your sign-on registers.
And can I confirm that they're all directly employed by ISEC?
Confirmed.
Okay, no
Yes.
subcontracting?
No subcontractors.
We've been very, very strict, in my view. So we've had instances of subcontracting, for example, from security companies, and we've terminated their contracts.
And has there been any incidents?
Minor incidents. So this relates to...
At least 12 security guards have also been sacked since March.
We had instances where we had security guards that were allegedly sleeping on duty. Now, an investigation from the Security Licensing Enforcement Directorate found that that wasn't the case. They were playing pranks on each other and pretending to be asleep. Still doesn't matter, they still had their contracts terminated because that's not to the standard that we expect. It sounds harsh, but we're serious about this.
Despite the experience in Victoria, police say hotel quarantine is still the best line of defence against another major outbreak.
There's no end in sight at this point. We are rolling on, and there's many, many more people that will want to return home. I can't sit here and say to you, there will be no further breaches, there will be no further problems, there will be no further infections. But I can tell you that the system in place absolutely minimises that to the maximum.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.